In your view, sir, where does Israel stand in the eyes of the Arab world today?
Good morning, Dan. I think everybody is angry, upset, and I think if there is one country that is most hated today, it's going to be Israel. And this is probably true over here in the United Arab Emirates, as it is true among the 400 million Arabs. And I would even include the 2 billion people throughout the Muslim world. So really, we had enough of this 700 plus days of war, of genocide, which was confirmed by a UN panel of experts. We don't know where this is going with the launching of the new offensive in the Gaza City, Dan.
As you say, we've just seen Israel launch this new offensive inside Gaza City, and last week Israel struck inside Qatar as well, killing a Qatari national. So far, we've seen a lot of condemnation, but very little consequence from Arab and Islamic leaders, particularly after this meeting in Doha. So, in your view, how should they respond and retaliate?
I think, the statement was very clear, a strong, harsh condemnation of the attack on Qatar. It's an Arab country. It's the first time that Israel goes all the way and attacks a Gulf capital. So there was a harsh condemnation, but the whole meeting was meant to send a letter of solidarity with Qatar. So it was, in that sense, the gathering was meaningful for the Qataris to feel that they are not alone when attack like this, uncalled attack like this comes. So in that sense, there is very little you could do. There is nothing really anybody can do, not just the Arab countries, Gulf countries, the Muslim countries. The world in total is helpless, and there is very little that they can do to stop Netanyahu from doing what it is doing right now, a genocide in Gaza. Nobody has leverage over Israel except for the United States of America, and it seems that America stands by Israel doing all these sorts of things. It become a partner in this genocidal war that we have seen, 700 plus days so far, and there is no stopping to it.
Abdulkhaleq, of course, for the Trump administration, the Abraham Accords are a crown piece in Donald Trump's legacy in the Middle East, and they have been celebrated around the region as well. You've said recently that the Abraham Accords are now possibly under review. Is that diplomatic language for a freeze? Is it something that the Gulf states should now actively consider, pulling out of these celebrated accords?
I wouldn't rule out the freeze. I would probably don't go as far as complete total termination of it. The Abraham Accord was signed first by the United Arab Emirates, then Bahrain joined in, and Morocco and others too. So I think the accord is here on one watch, and that is the United Arab Emirates. It started it, and it can easily, at any time, when it deems necessary, it can also pull out, put it on freeze, and do whatever it wants. And I think the key key issue to observe here is annexation of the West Bank. We have heard the Knesset sign such a law. Now it's up to the government. We see creeping annexation of the West Bank. All it needs is the official confirmation, and that's when the UAE would jump in. And if that is to happen, I would see not just the freeze, but the UAE has made it clear this is a red line. I think the 5 years into this Abraham Accord, it's definitely going through one of its toughest time, Dan.
Abdulkhaleq, expand on what you mean by red line as well, because of course we've seen this very, very traumatic situation unfolding inside Gaza, a huge number of deaths, at the same time threats of West Bank annexation, and now, as you've been referring to, this latest UN body confirming that Israel has been committing genocide inside Gaza. Just tell me exactly, what is Abu Dhabi's red line?
The genocidal war is definitely is a concern, a huge concern. Nearly 1,000 people have died so far. Starvation of 2 million people in Gaza. Displacement of the entire population of Gaza. All this is a major concern, not to the UAE, the Arab world, but internationally, and the international committee has made it clear this is unacceptable. But if there is a one red line beside what's going on in Gaza, it will be the annexation of the West Bank. That will put the end to any call for an independent Palestinian state. That would be the end of any attempt to peace. That would turn Israel into a destabilizing force in the region. It already is. It has gone after. It has gone after the West Bank. It's gone after Lebanon. It's gone after Syria. It's gone after Iran. It's just now we have seen it coming after Qatar. But I think the key issue attached to the red line, Dan, is annexation of the West Bank. De jure annexation, the formal Israeli annexation of the West Bank, is the red line that the UAE has made it clear. And the red line was not just meant to Israel, but it was also meant to be heard in Washington, D.C., to Trump, who is the real guarantor of the Abrahamic Accord. So when the UAE says it's the red line, the annexation is, Israel, America better hear it.
And of course, at the same time, President Trump built so much goodwill with the Arab leaders during his visit earlier this year. Saudi Arabia was meant to be Trump's next big win for normalization. Would you say Trump's dream of a Saudi deal with Israel is now dead?
Trump has definitely built a very good personal relationship. Trump, of all American presidents, understands the Gulf probably better than many of the presidents dealt with the Gulf, Saudi Arabia, UAE, and others. And I think Trump has visited the place more as a first foreign visit for him to the Arab world is very much appreciated. He is the one who guaranteed and supervised the Abrahamic Accord. So there is a lot of good feelings towards Trump. And the American Gulf relationship, Don, is still very solid. I wouldn't say it's its best. There is a lot of ups and downs and bumps along the 70 years old relationship. But I think Trump has not been very helpful when it comes to solving first the Gaza war, putting enough pressure on Israel to stop this genocidal war. And now we have seen how Trump probably knew well in advance when it comes to attack on Qatar. So I think things are not doing very well. And I don't think this is the time to speak of Saudi Arabia joining the Abraham Accord.